Art Criticism and Methodology by Susan M. Maithya. So what is art criticism? This is the description, evaluation, or discussion of visual art. It involves description, analysis, interpretation, and judgment. What are the theories of art criticism? The three aesthetic theories of art criticism can be summarized to be formalism, imitationalism, and emotionalism. So what does it basically mean? One should look at the obvious, what they truly visualize when they look at a piece of art. Then they should analyze the artwork based on what they have seen. They should then decide on a specific interpretation to attach to the art. Finally, they need to make a judgment call on the artwork. So what are some of the questions one might ask when they're making art criticism of an object? For description, what do you see? For analysis, how did the artist do it? Interpretation, why did the artist create it and what does it mean? And for judgment, is it a good artwork? What is the evidence? And based on the evidence, what is my judgment of the artwork? Art criticism critics enable viewers to perceive, interpret, and make an independent judgment of artworks. Art historians study artworks from distant times to present. Most people misinterpret criticism to have a negative connotation. But that being the case, the professional art critic can be an artist describing other fellow artists, a magazine or newspaper writer or reporter detailing his article, or a scholar writing for professional journals. Topics that I would like to cover: introduction, art history as a discipline, artist biographies, elements of art, form, materials and style, iconography and iconology, social history of art, understanding art and identity, structuralism versus post-structuralism, reciprocity and reception theory, understanding psychoanalysis, understanding phenomenology, and art curating. For Barrett's principles interpretation, I found this: artworks have aboutness and demand interpretation. Interpretations are persuasive arguments. Some interpretations of art tell more about the artwork than they tell about the critic. Feelings are guides to interpretations. There can be different, competing, and contradictory interpretations of the same artwork. Interpretations are often based on worldview. Interpretations are not so much absolutely right, but more or less reasonable, convincing, enlightening, and informative. Interpretations can be judged by coherence, correspondence, and inclusiveness. An artwork is not necessarily about what the artist wanted it to be about. The art critic ought not to be the spokesman for the artist. Interpretations ought to present the work in its best rather than in its weakest light. The objects of interpretation are artworks, not artists. All art is in part about the world in which it emerged. All art is in part about the other art. No single interpretation is exhaustive of the meaning of an artwork. The meanings of an artwork may be different from its significance to the viewer. Interpretation is ultimately a communal endeavor, and the community is ultimately self-corrective. Good interpretations invite us to see for ourselves and to continue on our own. What you will need: a personal computer, internet, a pencil or a writing pen, a writing pad, headphones should you want to listen to the presentation. Why learn about art criticism and methodology? Well, understanding the development of art throughout the years helps you to appreciate its changes and the works that were produced during different stages. You'll be in a better position to critique work and to understand why certain works are categorized in the manner that they are. Finally, watch online videos for more art criticism and methodology videos. Visit the libraries and read more about the topic. Visit museums and art galleries to learn more about different art from different time periods. Read any literature that writes about the topic, be it in the dailies, magazines, pamphlets, or any other publication that you may come across. Thank you.